Welcome back to the Daily Dean. Remember where you came from. Remember who you used to be, what you used to want, and whether you're there and whether or not you're not. Because regardless of where you are now, you're a different person than who you were 2, 3, maybe even a year ago. Alright, I can probably guess that's right. Because people change a lot. We don't predict very well who we'll become or what we are now until we're already there. But in terms of goals, concrete things, for example, in high school or in athletics or in video games and hobbies, we tend to forget where we started and what we used to want. For example, now this is my own personal thing. If you're one of my teammates, you've probably already heard this story. I used to be rather slow in running, and now I like to think that I'm much faster than I was. And now that I'm here, and now that I'm looking forward to what else I want, I realize, take a breather for a moment, and realize I'm where I used to want to be. And that is growth, and that is a recognizable milestone you should be praising, that you should be celebrating. Because you're now somewhere, I'm now somewhere that I wanted to be, and taking that moment to recognize that is great for your mental health. Because there might also be very toxic things you're accidentally falling prey to, that you're always looking forward to the next milestone or always looking forward to what's next, which is great for athletics, for personal achievements, for things like your hobbies, but isn't so healthy in the long term, right? Remember, it's not always about growth, right? And it's not always about success. Lots of people, including myself, have failed, where a lot of people don't see that. And it's okay for those things to happen, and it's okay to recognize it's not the end. It's not the end if you failed or if your journey is going on a little bit of a different path, because you recognize where you came from, and you recognize you're still making progress regardless of those little hiccups or those obstacles, whether a month long, a year long, decades long, or maybe not decades. Me and my friends are mostly just over a decade and a half, so not necessarily that, but that it's okay to be stumbling a little bit, because progress, this is something I've also shared previously on the channel, progress can be measured in more than just concrete milestones. It can be measured in personal knowledge or growth. Recognizing where you failed and where you can improve on is valuable to your journey for athletics, for education, for hobbies, and for whatnot. So I hope the biggest thing you take away is remembering you used to be someone weaker, I guess would be a nice word in athletics, or used to be someone who was less knowledgeable or not as experienced or not as adept in the current field or hobby you're looking at, or whatever it may be discipline. And that growth that you've experienced, that you've manifested yourself, is valuable and is valid and is something you should praise. So I hope you have a wonderful week, and that's all. Bye-bye.